YouTube, it's Dan Gage doing something completely unheard of for me, and that is playing with this neck rack thing. I wanted to use it as a visual aid. I'm not really much of a guitar player, so I don't need one, but I wanted to get your attention to talk about folk style harmonica. I think a lot of you guys just want to do some very basic stuff. Maybe you play the guitar, maybe you've got a neck rack, you want to do your thing. So yeah, I pulled this out of a box. I don't really use it. But let's talk a little bit about my very basic starter ideas for playing folk style harmonica. I spend most of my time talking about the blues, but the folk stuff isn't always my favorite stuff. But it's a style that's been made popular by people like Bob Dylan and Bruce Springsteen. You know, Billy Joel has played, Neil Young, Alanis Morissette. You see it in a lot of rock bands, and for the most part, they're working off some very basic sort of beginner harmonica techniques. So I thought, well, let's go through those techniques and give you guys the raw beginner sort of an easy way into it. So I've got a C harmonica. I'll be playing in the key of C. It's too bad that I don't have a guitar that I can really play, but I'm going to show you these ideas and I think they'll apply. So first of all, most of the time these guys, these folky style guys, are playing in what we call first position. That would mean the song is in the same key as the harmonica key. So like if somebody was playing a folk song in C, I'd play a C harmonica. If they were playing in the key of D, you'd play a D harmonica. So the basic, as opposed to blues where we play what they call second position, where if the band was playing in C, you might play an F harmonica, or I'd play a C harmonica over blues and G. So just keep that in mind. A lot of times you'll see some, I saw some videos of Springsteen and other guys doing a little bit of second position work, but for the most part, let's focus on the first position stuff. I think your home base for this style of music, I looked through a bunch of tabs of some tunes, your home base is the major scale. Okay, these guys are relying on the major scale that lies in the middle of the harmonica. Don't be scared, scales, all of this. Okay, it's the very most basic thing, and I've talked about it in other videos before. But let's talk about the major scale in the middle of the harmonica. 4 blow, 4 draw, 5 blow, 5 draw, 6 blow, 6 draw, 7 draw. So it's basically an in-out pattern. So blow, draw, blow, draw, blow, draw, draw, blow, right? Okay, I only have the one hand, but that meant 5 plus 2 for 7, 6 and 7. Okay, if you're new to music and you're new to the harmonica, I know you've heard the major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, this is sort of your home base. So any of these notes, for the most part, in these major keyed kind of basic chord progressions, any of these notes will work for you. So I suggest put yourself in the middle of the harmonica and play around. Look for little melodies, look for things. You will be able to hear what these guys are doing, because what they're doing is just that. They're playing 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, and a little bit of 7. Those holes right in the middle of the harmonica is all they're usually doing. Okay? You guys recognize that one? So there's a major scale in the middle, okay? Okay, another thing they rely on is the chords that are built into the harmonica. Now, on a C harmonica, if you blow on the first 3 or 4 holes, you'll get a C chord. You'll always be in tune with C. When you draw in on your C harmonica on the first 4 holes, you'll get a G chord. You'll hear them do that. So next thing I want to tell you about is the note of tension that I always hear. Neil Young likes to do this one. It's the 6th draw bent. So if you want to go back to a bending video of mine or someone else's, you can learn how to bend. But basically the 6th draw. So what I do when I want to make that sound is I bend into it to start. But I do it quickly. So I start with the note barely bent, then I unbend it, and then I do it a couple times to make it sing a little bit. And then I go to the 6th blow. So there's a little folky lick for you. Now remember, we're resolving our root notes are 1 blow and 4 blow for the C chord. So always come back there. So you folkies, I mean, I've written a lot of emails to people and say, well, how do I do this? How do I play like this guy? But it's right there. I mean, you have to sort of listen. I'm not going to tab out, you know, Bryan Adams this or Neil Young that, but this is the basic principle on which these guys are working. They're maybe not the most serious harmonica instrumentalists. They took the instrument and said, well, look, there's the major scale. Let me use this. Boom. Here's a couple of chords. Let me use this. And it's really easy for you guys to just mess around with that, right? Because you don't even have to be clean. So I play very clean. I'm a very big proponent of clean single notes, but you don't have to be if you want to play that style. You can just kind of... Now I encourage you, and this is one of my purposes for making these videos, is trying to make better harmonica players in the world. I encourage you to learn the basic techniques of playing harmonica, to learn some more scales, maybe to learn some more licks, to learn some basic techniques to play clean single notes and to get your bends. That's a big thing for me. I think it's too darn easy to pick up a harmonica and do what I just did. I think it generally can fit in with certain kinds of music. I'm not saying that it can't. But it also can sound kind of nasty and dirty and really not accomplished as a musician. And it's not that much harder to get a little bit cleaner. So see what I mean? It just sounds a little more pretty, you know, as opposed to... I mean, maybe you want that dissonant sound. I'm not going to tell you how to do your art, but just to recap, basic folk style harmonica for the raw beginner, okay? 1 to 4, blow. Actually, pretty much anywhere. But it sounds really good. Chords right there. C chord on a C harmonica, D chord on a D harmonica, whatever the harmonica key, playing the same. G chord on a C harmonica, breathing in. Okay, major scale in the middle. 4 blow, 4 draw. 5 blow, 5 draw. 6 blow, 6 draw. 7 draw. 7 blow. Okay, just breathe in and out, guys. Okay, 6 draw bent as a note of tension. So live in those notes, use those chords, and you have now learned the secret to very basic folk harmonica playing. I know there's not much to it, guys, but that's how I fake it when I play with folk guys, and they usually think it's pretty cool. So work on your fundamentals. I really encourage you guys to get into the harmonica more. There's a whole lot to this instrument, and you don't just have to use it on 1 or 2 songs as a gimmick. You really can add something really cool to your music. So you folky guys out there, that's how you get started. Keep going with it. I'd really love to have more really accomplished folk harmonica players in the world. That's one of my goals, is to make better harmonica players out there. So thank you guys. My name is Dan Gage, and keep on harping away, right? All right, or do your thing. I never do this. I don't even know how. Alright guys, we'll see if this is worth putting up. If it is, thanks for watching.